Today my topic: Muslim state failed to prevent US from voting resolution. Washington Arab and Muslim minister visited Washington on Friday, calling for an immediate ceasefire in Israel-Gaza conflict. However, their diplomatic push proved futile as the US rejected a UN resolution demanding a truce. "We believe it is absolutely necessary to end the fighting immediately," said Prince Faisal bin Farhan of Saudi Arabia, speaking on behalf of a group of representatives from the Arab League and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The delegation, including ministers from Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, Qatar, Turkey, and Palestinian Authority and Nigeria. The group met U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, who in a tweet highlighted discussion on our shared goal of establishing a future Palestinian state alongside Israel. Both parties emphasized addressing humanitarian need in Gaza, with Prince Faisal calling for urgent steps toward a ceasefire and the delivery of essential supply. Urgently addressing humanitarian need in Gaza and share a priority for both the United States and Saudi Arabia, Secretary Blinken wrote in a separate post after the meeting. Prince Faisal said he told Mr. Blinken that all possible effort must be made to reduce the threat of war in Gaza, spreading the dangerous repercussions on the international peace and security. The state Saudi press agency reported. So stability need to be restored as well as a path of peace and ensure that the Palestinian people obtain their legitimate right, he added. Despite the diplomatic efforts, the U.S. vote in a U.S. Security Council resolution for a ceasefire sponsored by the 100 nations. The resolution expressed grave concern over the catastrophic humanitarian situation in Gaza, receiving 30 votes in favor, one abstention from Britain, and the U.S. votes. U.S. Deputy Ambassador to the UN, Robert Wood, criticized the resolution, stating it was divorced from reality and failed to acknowledge Israeli rights to self-defense against terrorism. Wood found it unfortunately that the resolution did not condemn Hamas terrorism attack on Israel. And October, he mentioned U.S. engaged in good faith on the text, but most recommendations were ignored. In addition to the Israeli-Gaza conflict, Blinken and Minister discussed the need to end the conflict in Yemen and Sudan, while the U.S. continued to support Israel's effort to address the threat from the Hamas. It increasingly called for more protection of Palestinian civilians. The total death toll in Gaza has exceeded 1,400 since the declaration of war by Israel. The diplomatic discussion also including the meeting between Blinken and Qatar Prince Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahim Al Thani. They emphasizes preventing the conflict spread and working toward the safe and return of hostages while sustaining humanitarian assistance in Gaza. Despite the diplomatic engagement, challenges persist and finding a resolution to the complex situation in the Gaza. Thank you. Bye bye.